Ever pondered what made the Roman Empire so powerful and enduring? It all started with a grand vision. A vision that stemmed from the very heart of Rome, a city-state that would eventually span 3 continents and leave an indelible mark on the annals of history. But what was this grand vision? It was the concept of imperium, the absolute power to command coupled with Pax Romana, the Roman peace. Together, these twin principles formed the bedrock of Rome's ambition for global governance. Imperium wasn't just about military might. It was a philosophy that embodied the authority and jurisdiction of Rome. It was the right to rule, the right to command, and the right to enforce laws. It was the embodiment of Rome's sovereignty over its territories and its people. Complementing this was Pax Romana, a 200-year period of relative peace and stability that spread across the Roman Empire. It wasn't just about the absence of war. It was a proactive pursuit of peace. It was the strategic use of diplomacy, the establishment of a rule of law, and the promotion of economic prosperity. Rome's grand vision was not just about conquering territories, but about maintaining peace and order across its vast dominions. The Romans were masters of integration, absorbing different cultures, languages, and traditions into their empire. They did not just conquer, they civilized. They did not just rule, they governed. They built roads and infrastructure, promoted trade and commerce, established a legal system, and even spread their language and culture. It was this blend of hard and soft power, of military might and cultural influence that made Rome a truly global power. The grand vision of Rome was not just about the expansion of territory, it was about the establishment of an enduring civilization, a beacon of power and prosperity that would echo through the ages. From a small city-state to a global power, Rome's grand vision was the cornerstone of its success. A grand vision calls for grand strategies, and Rome had its fair share of both military and diplomatic tactics. Rome's military, led by the fearless centurions, was an undeniable force. Their well-disciplined legions, characterized by their rigorous training and strict hierarchy, were a cornerstone of the empire's expansion. But Rome didn't just rely on sheer force. Diplomacy was an equally crucial component of their statecraft. Rome's diplomats were skilled negotiators, adept at forming alliances that served the empire's interests. They'd broker peace treaties, arrange marriages, and establish client kingdoms. These tactics were used to maintain control over vast territories, keeping them loyal and preventing rebellions. The interplay of military might and diplomatic finesse was a defining feature of Roman statecraft. This dual approach allowed Rome to expand its territories while maintaining stability within its borders. Rome knew the art of war and peace alike, ensuring its supremacy. Rome's military might didn't just stem from its vast numbers, but also from its innovative legionary tactics and cohort structure. This approach to warfare was a game-changer, providing the Romans with a strategic advantage that would shape the course of history. Let's delve into the Roman military doctrine, starting with the legionary tactics. The Romans were pioneers of battlefield strategies, turning what could be chaotic melee into a controlled, synchronized ballet of destruction. One of their most effective techniques was the testudo, or tortoise formation, where soldiers would lock their shields together to form an impenetrable shell, protecting them from enemy arrows and spears. Next, we have the velites, a group of light infantrymen who would harass the enemy with javelins, disrupting their formations and sowing chaos before the main Roman force attacked. These tactics showcased the Romans' ability to adapt and innovate, turning every soldier into a crucial cog in the war machine. But what about the cohort structure? The Roman army was divided into legions, which were then subdivided into cohorts. Each legion was made up of about 5,000 men, divided into 10 cohorts. The first cohort was the largest and most prestigious, housing the legion's standard and its eagle. This hierarchical system allowed for efficient command and control, ensuring that orders were relayed quickly and effectively. Moreover, each cohort was a self-sufficient unit, capable of operating independently if needed. This provided a level of flexibility and adaptability that was unheard of at the time. It meant that a Roman legion could quickly reorganize and respond to changing battlefield conditions, a feature that often proved decisive in the heat of battle. Overall, the Romans' approach to military strategy was one of meticulous organization, fluid adaptability, and innovative tactics. Every soldier knew his role and how it fit into the larger picture. This wasn't just an army, it was a well-oiled machine, a testament to Roman ingenuity and strategic thinking. And so we see that Rome's military doctrine was a testament to its strategic ingenuity. The legionary tactics and cohort structure not only served to bolster Rome's military might, but they also set a precedent for future generations, forever shaping the art of warfare. Rome didn't conquer alone. It built alliances and fostered client kingdoms. The strategic brilliance of Rome's diplomacy was in its ability to create beneficial relationships with a variety of foreign entities. Alliances were formed, often cemented by intermarriages and trade agreements, creating a network of states that were inextricably linked to Rome's fortunes. Meanwhile, the concept of client kingdoms was a masterstroke. Rome would support a local ruler, often against their rivals, in exchange for loyalty and military aid. This allowed Rome to exert control without the need for direct rule or the stationing of large garrisons. It was a cost-effective way to manage vast territories and diverse cultures. These diplomatic maneuvers helped Rome maintain its hold on power, mitigate potential threats, and extend its influence without resorting to constant warfare. The genius of this approach is evident in the longevity of the Roman Empire. Rome's diplomatic prowess was as powerful as its legions. Rome's administrative innovations were key to managing its vast empire. Let's delve into the genius behind the administrative strategies that held together the Roman Empire, an expansive territory that spanned 3 continents. At the heart of these strategies were the provinces, administrative regions that were either senatorial or imperial, depending on who had the authority over them. The provinces were led by governors appointed by the emperor himself, ensuring loyalty and adherence to Roman law. Now, managing provinces that were miles apart with diverse cultures was no small feat. Rome's solution? The creation of a standardized legal system. The Roman law, codified and uniform, was imposed across the empire. This was a novel concept at the time, and it fostered unity and order within the vast territories. But Rome didn't stop there. They introduced the concept of citizenship, granting certain rights and privileges to free-born individuals within the empire. This was another innovative move, as it cultivated a sense of belonging among the subjects and allegiance to the empire. Let's not forget about the remarkable Roman road network, a feat of engineering that facilitated communication and transport across the empire. These roads were more than just pathways. They were strategic infrastructures that allowed for swift military movements and efficient administrative control. And then, there was the intricate bureaucracy. The Roman Empire was likely one of the first to implement a comprehensive bureaucratic system. This system was characterized by a hierarchy of officials and a division of responsibilities, ensuring that every aspect of the empire was efficiently managed. The Romans also ingeniously used local elites to their advantage. By involving them in the governance of their respective regions, Rome ensured smoother administration and garnered local support. In essence, Rome's administrative strategies were a blend of innovation, adaptation, and pragmatism. They were not only about maintaining control, but also about promoting integration and unity among diverse populations. So, when we talk about the grandeur of the Roman Empire, we must acknowledge the administrative prowess that played a significant role in its success. Rome's administrative strategies were a blueprint for imperial governance. Rome's economic foundations were as solid as its stone walls. The empire's tribute and trade policies were integral to its prosperity and expansion. Rome exacted tribute from its provinces, a practice that not only filled the imperial coffers but also bound the provinces to the empire. This taxation system was efficient and effective, ensuring a steady stream of resources flowing into Rome. Trade also played a crucial role. The empire was a vast, interconnected network of diverse regions, each rich in unique resources. Rome facilitated trade between these regions, ensuring that goods moved smoothly across its territories. From the grain of Egypt to the tin of Britannia, Rome's trade policies ensured the capital and its citizens never wanted for anything. These economic strategies did more than just sustain Rome's economy. They maintained the empire's stability, fueled its military campaigns, and supported its grand ambitions. Rome's economic policies were a cornerstone of its imperial strategy. Rome's strategy wasn't just about conquest, it was about integration. The cultural strategies of the Roman Empire were as crucial as its military tactics. The Romans were masters of assimilation. a process they called Romanization. They didn't simply impose their culture on conquered territories, they adapted and integrated elements of local cultures into their own. Romanization was an intricate dance of cultural exchange. The Romans would introduce their language, laws, and lifestyle to their new subjects. Latin became the lingua franca, Roman law the rule of the land, and Roman lifestyle the aspiration. In return, the Romans would absorb aspects of the local cultures such as gods, customs, and even culinary practices, enriching their own civilization. This strategy of cultural integration was not merely a means of control, it was a way to maintain stability. It fostered a sense of unity, a shared identity that transcended regional differences. Rome's cultural integration strategy was a masterstroke in its grand plan.